Yo, we are back, and this is episode 3 of the Safe to Speak on the podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Jameer, and the other me that you thought was me is actually my brother Shahad over there. And we are here, we talking about anime, manga, because we love it. Can't nobody tell us to stop. Before we get into it, you already know, if you're new to the channel, I need you to hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit that like button, and I need you to ring that bell for me. I want you to stay up to date on all uploads, alright?
Daddy, that's classic.
How you feeling today, brother? You alright? You good?
Feeling real good,
Alright. So, what's it come? I started a new anime this week. I don't know if you've been starting any new ones. I've been starting some new ones. Well, not exactly new. This joint been on my list for a while. I just finally got around to it. One of them, at least. Spy Family. I don't know if you into Spy Family. I don't know if y'all watch Spy Family, but it's kind of dope. So the premise is kind of exactly what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like exactly what it says, but it's a lot more intricate than that. Like, so the main character, his name is Twilight. That's his handle, and he's like the greatest spy like in history or whatever. And two major countries are at odds right now, and in order to obtain the peace, he's infiltrated a government, and he's trying to get to the highest ball, whatever the case may be. And in order for him to successfully complete this mission, he has to be a family man. He has to have a wife, and he has to have a daughter, right? Because the main guy got to go to is at a school or something, and he gotta it's weird. I'm just gonna say that it's pretty weird, right? So he goes to this freaking orphanage. The orphanage isn't even an up to code zone. It's some rundown zone. The bull who run it don't even care about the kids in there, whatever the case may be. So we go in there and he look for a kid, and he was like, I want one who can already read and write and stuff like that. So he look at the one little girl who can't. She's 6 years old, but she's super tiny. She's super small compared to everyone else, and she can read minds. Literally off rip, you hear the old head, his interior monologue is, he's like, she's probably 5. I need someone who's 6 to go to the school. And she was like, I'm 6 years old. She said that out loud after him thinking it. It's constantly happening. So he picks her up and he's talking about the papers, to sign off for her. Old head was like, nah, no papers, just take her, get out of here. He wanted to get rid of her because every time she went to a families brought her back. They kept their receipt and returned her. Yeah, they were drawn. But so you see him, he's obviously this crazy.
Wait, so with that being the case, that means he can't bring her back now because he got no records of her being there in the first place. Okay.
I think so. I didn't even think about that. That's smooth.
I'm about to say, you said they kept their receipts, so if they got the papers from her being there, he can say that he ain't never given to her in the first place.
That's actually pretty smart.
Because then that means he would have no records of her inside the joint himself no more.
I actually didn't think about that. That's crazy.
No, yeah, that's wild.
But yeah, the first John is him. I'm only a few episodes in. The first episode is him obtaining his daughter at the orphanage and stuff like that. And he's a master of disguise. He can basically create a face out of anybody and then be them. He's done it. That's how he completes all of his missions, because it's stupid sharp, right? So he got the super spy as the dad. You have a telepath as the daughter. And then the next episode, he stumbled across this woman who's a freaking assassin. But, so her being an assassin is all she knows, right? So she doesn't family and stuff like that, family time and settling down with a man and stuff like that. That's never been in the cards for her, or so she thought. But her brother, that she's her little brother, is always looking out for her. He feels as though she needs someone to take care of her, because the next job, his next position is moving him somewhere far away, and he can't keep an eye on her or whatever. So he wanted to make sure she's safe and all this other stuff, hassling her to get a man basically. And their paths end up crossing and stuff like that. And they was basically I think she invited him to a dinner or whatever, where the rest of her coworkers, because all her coworkers, they think the same of her. They call her a weirdo. She'll never get a man. She's strange. Or wonder why this, and this, right? Everybody talking down on her. So she goes to the party, and right on his way to the party, he gets a mission like a side mission on. They're super understaffed, so all the side missions keep coming to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets a side mission in the middle of while he's going to the joint. He's like, all right, we gotta wrap this up quick, but things go sideways, and obviously it don't wrap up quick. So she's at the party by herself, and everybody just keep talking down on her. Everybody, she just sitting on the joint. She go to get up. She's just sitting on the couch by herself.
So she told them that she had somebody coming?
Yeah, because everybody did. And her brother was coming to town, and he said he wanted to meet him and all of this. She said she had a man to get her brother off her back. And that's when she was like, talking to him, she was like, yo, I know we just met, and like, but my brother is super big on me finding someone. Could you pretend to be my date to this party or whatever? And he was like, I got you. He was like, speaking of. Well, and then we going to get to that.
He tell her that after the fact when he helped her
I need
out.
a wife, exactly.
Right, gotcha.
So, going to the joint, he pulls, as she's about to leave, he shows up with blood all over him. Like, someone else's blood, like, all over his body and stuff like that.
So all the folks in there saw it?
Everybody. So into the joint, his cover is he's a psychiatric doctor. Sometimes his patients have violent outbursts. That's his cover, bro, and it's perfect. So,
that is fire.
And as he's in the joint, this is their second interaction. It's him showing up to the party.
Right.
So as they start talking like everybody else, he was like basically like she works hard at her job. She does her best to keep me like, you know, happy. And he talks about his daughter, and she was like, I know like me, you know, having a daughter initially is a little weird, but she's been really supportive. My daughter likes her and all this other stuff, like talking her head up. And then everybody else, like all the females in the joint, was speechless. And I'm like, ooh, you dirty man. Yeah, eat that. Like, take that. You know what I'm saying? So then they walk out, they leave, and then as they're walking, they're talking and stuff like that. Some, I guess, leftover dudes that he didn't take care of from the mission found him, and they're following him. So he's like slowly guiding her down a alley. And then they start walking, and then cuz start popping up out of nowhere. He pushed him out the way, and boop, 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 kick cuz hard as hell. He flies into a wall. And she was like, he was like, that's one of my patients. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to be treating your patients. But my brother, she was like, me and my brother have been doing self-defense classes since we were little. He didn't think too much of it. He was like, man, you stupid strong. She was expecting him to be freaked out. He was like, you saw how far he flew? Like, you got crazy power. So then they just keep on going. And like the first bull who pop up, he attacked him, and obviously he grabbed the joint and whacked him. He was like, this is what doctors do. And he was like, I've come to realize it's a basically blunt force trauma is a way to help him. It's a good treatment, basically. In his own words, like, yeah, he's basically saying like force is necessary to get them to calm down. And her Goofy go along with it. That's when she kicked Bull, she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I know I'm not supposed to be treating your patients, but I know a little force too. Like, so then, yeah, bro, it was super weird. So they start running down the alley, bro, and that's when she was like, I know this might be a little weird, but would you marry me? She proposed to him to the joint, and he was like, seriously? Like, real rap, this is what you want to do? That's when she broke down the situation with her brother again and stuff like that. She was like, it would really get him off my back and stuff like that. He was like, man, you know, I'm trying to get my daughter into this school, and her chances of getting in would increase exponentially if her mother is by my side. So both of these Jones worked out, but the whole time, all three of them, this family is hiding themselves from each other.
Right.
He's hiding the fact that she's a spy. She's hiding the fact that she's a natural-born killer, and she's hiding the fact that she's a telepath. Because if people find out, they'll send her away again.
They don't even know. They could be the strongest family in that joint.
All three of them, they're spies within each other, but they're also, like, to the outside world, they're just this perfectly normal family.
Yo, that is crazy.
It's the way it's so freaking good. And the daughter, bro,
she can actually play her part really well because she can mind read her
and
power.
She's doing that though. Like she
really allow her to play her
she
part.
was like every time she catch her pop in a lie, she's like, that is a terrible liar, but he's a good guy. He beats up bad people. And that's when she was like, I want to help him with his mission. I want to help Papa as much as I can. So her doing well in school helps him get in closer with the other families.
Right.
Which is the head of the joint is his target.
the main target.
Yes, that's.
So he whacking off all of them.
No, he's not killing him. He just has to get. He's not trying to take Cuz out. He's just trying to get to Cuz and, like, you know what I'm saying, rat with him to try and keep the peace between these two countries, because other like people in his in the country is buying like arms and all this other stuff without the head bull actually knowing. And he's a recluse. Like, he's super frantic. He never come out the house. The only time he goes anywhere is to this school for meetings.
Gotcha.
That's the only time. That's the only place he'll ever catch him.
So he's trying to get in and be like a.
His daughter.
It's like a PTA meeting.
Yeah, like his daughter has to rise up the ranks so his family is more known. They're all about elegance. What's the best way to show a dad with a widowed father? You know what I'm saying? No mother. That wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, that's not gonna look good on him.
So it's really good the way they all come together. In her mind, she's like, because she can read everything, she's like, I'm helping. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna get him in there. Like, I got it. Me and Pop, we gonna do this. Like, I got his back, son. It's me and him all the way. And it's so dope. Like, it's so dope how Lil Mama always got her back. And the reason why I actually decided to tap into Spy Family was when the Crunchyroll awards released. Spy Family got just about half of the freaking categories. Like, best supporting character went to the little girl. Her name is Anya. Best side character, it went to her. Some type of like animation stuff, the casting, and it was a lot of different awards that they just ended up winning. It was them and Demon Slayer. They was neck and neck for most awards. Right. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, I gotta tap in. And obviously, it's not a shonen anime, but the fighting element, like the elements around it, is super dope. And then once they actually do get into it, it's lit. Especially the wife, because she's an assassin for hire. Like, they call her when they want people done in, multiple people done in all at once. She's that. Like, she's...
Okay.
Her introduction is her murking, I think, like a casino or something like that.
Oh, okay. So she like Black Widow.
Yeah, she's that. Yeah, she's that. She wears a nice little black dress and everything. Like, bro, she's... Yeah, bro. It's super dope. So we're going to toss it to you, my boy, with new animes. What's up? Where you at?
Alright, so, shout out to my boy Jimmy that come to my job. He put me onto this joint called Ninja Scroll.
Okay.
So it's it came out in 1993.
Okay.
Cause yeah, it's an old joint. You can tell by the style, but at the same time, I bet it was killing it among its like time, cause the animation style was really dope. So I've only actually seen the first episode. Now that I think about it, cause I just started watching it. You just told me about it. You know
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, but I just started watching that one. But bro, the first episode, I don't even remember the name. But the main character, he like laying down and he got a like one of those Japanese type straw hats on his face, and it got like a slit in it, and that's the one part he's looking out through his eye, and then he like, I just really want a good night to sleep. He go to sleep, and then it switched to these folks in the forest. They fighting, bull turned into a werewolf and whatnot, trying to fight this little gargoyle looking thing with a spider thing on his forehead.
So Cub trying to sleep amidst all that chaos?
No, I would say he a good good. Like, honestly, yeah, they mixing over here. He like all the way over here.
Oh, okay.
They would just, he got super great senses. So he's like, well, let me get there. So once he start, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, they about to go mix each other because he got something in his hand that they supposed to go see a Lord with. He like only the chosen one can go see her or something. So go put it back, and he like, I ain't gonna go put it back. And then this green gray looking thing pops up in a black leotard looking like he ready for bondage, and he got a weird umbrella sword type thing. It was a little stupid. Okay. And then at the same time, the shorty pull up, and like once she start punching on the spider ball, then the spider ball shoots some things out his forehead, and then it stick to her clothes, so she take her clothes off and she just running. And then when he get her stuck in the web, she jump on her. And then she shoot these parasite type things out of her body, and they grab Man, drop him down, and now they eating him alive. I'm like, oh, this is pretty.
This is in the first episode.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, the first couple minutes. This is real gory.
Okay.
So then from there, she pulled back up like, oh, Man done, but now he whooping the little weird looking boy ass for a little minute. And then main man with the hat wake up, he like, damn, sometimes it's a curse having such good senses. I'm gonna put to sleep with all this noise. So then he pull up on all them. The bull with the werewolf fangs been 1v2ing them two for a little minute. The shorty also got a person in her body. It's weird. Like once it had eaten the parasites, he came out and was like, ha ha ha, I know we'll eat anything. I don't get it. But he
I see there's still so much to be revealed.
So he's sitting on a tree, he like, yo, y'all keep it down. Better yet, y'all just take that somewhere else. And then the weird leotard looking bull pull up on him like, who you talking to?
Oh boy.
And then he jump in the sky, and then main man, some dude, you know what I'm saying? And he just throw them slashes at him.
He had a sword on him?
Yeah, he a swordsman.
Okay.
Real, you know what I'm saying? He go into the stance, he throw like 3 slashes at him, cut main man into a couple of pieces out the air, and then bull just fall down. And he just look at the shorty like, you sure you wanna do this? And then at the same time, while he look at shorty, the werewolf looking bull done murked all her little parasite things, so he wasn't even playing. And then when she go to run, he start hawking her down. And then main man, and then some other shorty pop out the bushes and was like, that's when they say his name. And was like, oh, so here you are. He was like, this ain't what you want. I'm trying to go to sleep.
I'm trying to go to sleep.
You better let me go to sleep.
All of this just to get a nice sleep.
You know, you see him? Better let me go to sleep.
Right, but I'm tired, though.
Bro, he was in a bad mood. Yeah, so
Understatement.
yeah, so as of right now, that's a pretty good joint. Like I said, it's Ninja Scroll. So once I like get deep dive into that, we can definitely come back to it. Back to it. But another one that I can really give you some Berserk, bro.
I heard that joint like crazy, like gory.
Son, this joint is super crazy. So it's what you call it. So you found out I'm like 4 or 5 episodes deep in this one. So, bull, basically Guts, right? He got this, that's the main character name. His name Guts. Guts. Like, no, but with a Z.
With a Z?
I think. I spell it with a Z just because it's cool. Long story short.
I spell it just because it's cool.
Long story short, Guts got this curse on the back of his neck, right? So demons come out at night. One.
Right.
Yeah. So he got a he basically fight demons all night because they are drawn to his joint. So like he could go to the highest mountain and they can come find him because of that. They're drawn to it. So it started off literally. The joint started off with him getting a ride from this priest, and the priest saw him walking down the street and some fairy is flying with him. And he like, bro. No, the fairy is with the priest and them, but he like, bro, like you need a ride, dude. You out here in cold. He like, nah, bro. Like I'm cursed. You don't want none of this. And then as they keep walking on, he was like, bro, ain't nobody truly cursed. Like you gonna be alright. He was like, alright. So he take the ride. They start walking and talking, and then Guts go to sleep, and then once he wake up, cause a parasite demon like started trying to get into his brain. So he catch that, kill that, and then the dude was like, oh snap, that was really a demon? He was like, how you gonna believe in God and not believe in demons? I was like, yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm about to say common sense, right?
Makes a lot of sense, stupid. How you gonna believe in one and not the other?
I'm about to
like
say,
they kind of fight, he fighting for a reason,
I'm about to say,
right?
you need an enemy, right?
Like that's
you
definitely
need an
there,
enemy.
right? So
without an enemy, you don't really serve a purpose.
So yeah, then as soon as he say that, main man go to freak out. He died. The little girl that was with the old head, he get cut in half and then get turned into a demon by the corpse demons that's around, and then Guts cut her down too. So Guts got a big ass sword. It's like I want to say probably the size of like I would give him like 6'5", 6'7", like Guts tall as hell, and the sword his whole body.
Try to watch the curtain.
Yeah, my fault. My bad. But Guts the same, so the sword about the same height as Guts. It's like a 6'5", 6'7" sword. It's crazy. So it's basically sword. Like he's swinging a tree trunk around when he start fighting.
My.
And like
he also Asta type time?
On the low, and he got a metal arm.
Okay.
So like when he go then push or then push, and he get crazy with it, you know what I'm saying? But long story, a whole horde of demons come for him that night, and he murk all of them. Then the next morning he wake. When morning come, these guards came for him, and they was like, yo, we saw the corpses of those all those people back there. And they like, I really just don't be knowing.
Right.
So then they was like, all right, you coming with us. You know what I'm saying? Yada, yada, yada. Guts start breaking down everybody, giving everybody that work. It's this one bull, black bull, was messing with him. He got that work for him a little bit. But Guts like pushed past him, and he like, you the leader. I'm about to go cut her down. And when he go to cut Main Man down, she got another little protector hiding in the bushes like a little fox. I think he like hit Guts with like some weird little spell, put him to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then they take Guts to the joint, and this is where it starts to get real crazy, right? Mm-hmm. So the shorty that's the leader of this little magistracy thing, just like a religious, it's like a Christian army. That's okay. It's like a Christian army. So she's like the leader of it or whatever, right? So once she get Guts, she start torture him or whatever to get answers out of him and what he was doing. He basically start breaking down how like she ain't really nothing, like all the stuff she doing for her John ain't really for her. Right. And she like start to whip on Guts, and he like, yeah, it make you feel good, don't it? Like that's what you really like to do.
Oh dang.
And then she really like start getting into it. Something's wrong with her. And then right, she get a little flashback to her at night. Well, her at nights, she whips herself on her back when she like get down on her knees to pray. I'm like, what in the hell? So that was like episode 2. Episode 3, he gets they were supposed to take him from where he was at to go get executed or something, but then he break out because obviously it's Guts. He was just letting him do this, honestly, is what it looks like. Then he break out, he take the shorty so he can have a little hostage to get them up and get off his ass. And then when he get to the spot, kill a whole bunch of more demons, she start realizing that like all this praying and whatnot she was doing, he like, yeah, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you're praying to, who you think about to keep helping you, but I'm gonna kill this and you can stop screaming in my ear. I'd appreciate it.
Alright, they telling us to move on, so we gonna move on, alright? So, if you're new to the channel, I know you new, and I see you over there. You ain't do nothing yet. What you doing? Man, come on, help me help you. Appreciate you. I need you to hit that subscribe for me. I need you to hit that like button for me, and I need you to ring that bell for me, man. I want you to stay up to date for your boy. Appreciate you, man. All right, so we did new anime. I've also been reading. Obviously, you've been trying to get your boy on more manga and all of that. So I've been reading. Aside from the stuff that like I read obviously every week.
Right.
But Kaiju number 8. I don't know if y'all are up on Kaiju number 8. I know I'm gonna assume a lot of people aren't because there's no anime to it yet. Kaiju number 8 is literally Attack on Titan about 700 years into the future. Like, it's Attack on Titan 700 years into the future. If I know there's all them AOT heads, I know y'all love AOT. Please try Kaiju number 8. It's the exact same premise. Attack on Titan, the main character is the Attack Titan. Crazy. Kaiju number 8, the main character is Kaiju number 8. Like, that's it, and the main character becomes what they fight. That's what their entire humanity is based on, the survival against what the main characters become, these kaiju. And you know how AOT had the Levi's, the Mikasa, the Ervins. Everybody is like that in Kaiju number 8, bro. Literally everyone is just that type of beast in their own form of way. We literally have a Levi.
They only missing the speeches, bro.
Literally, the speeches ain't as crazy. Ervin Smith is always going to be one of the best.
The only thing is they just ain't got the speeches, son.
Bro, they literally have a Levi Ackerman. His name is Vice Captain Hoshina. My man got the dual blades. He got the bowl cut, and he's only 4 feet tall.
And he get busy.
And he gets busy, bro. He's that. So please, 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 please. If y'all not up on Kaiju number 8, give it a try. Just check out the first chapter. Give it a try. I promise y'all gonna rock with it.
Yo, check them out. It's on the show and jump for free.
It's
First chapter up there.
It's up there, bro. Give it a try.
You want to read the rest? It's gonna cost you $3 and change. But other than that,
$3.23. I'm already on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
saying?
I'm like Terry Crews and Everybody Hates Chris. I know I get all my $3.23 work. You feel me? But yeah, we're gonna toss that one to you, my boy.
All right, so
any manga you up on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I actually just started Sephra the End. That's like it's like a post-apocalyptic zombies. Not zombies, vampires versus humanity type thing. Gonna get into that. It's cool. I really like it. I really like it. But we gonna talk about that later. I just caught up in Twin Star Exorcist. Mare.
You've been chatting about that, John, for a minute.
Mare. All right. So the premise of Twin Star Exorcist is basically that it's the humans versus the Kagare. And the Kagare are what you consider like demons, and the humans are like, it's obviously can't just be a regular person. You gotta be something they call an exorcist, right? So they got spiritual power and things like that. But a lot of my favorite, like I ain't gonna give you too much on it, but my favorite parts of the show are aspects of it like this. So you know how in Naruto, your chakra is based off of what it is. And then your ninjutsu gets stronger based off of your chakra and your physical energy together. So you can increase them as you train.
Right. And then you learn more and all that other stuff.
But eventually you'll always have a cap. Right. Because it's only so much you'll be able to do. So for them, their cap is a little different. Your spiritual power or energy, more like your ability, is always given to you or inherited from a past exorcist. So you literally always have the souls of the folks from before.
Okay.
Around.
Like, is it everyone?
Everyone that's an exorcist.
Okay.
Everyone that has the ability to become an exorcist, yes. Because they have something called spiritual power and a spiritual guardian. And your spiritual guardian is what your spiritual power was originated from. Gotcha. And then your physical energy and which your capacity for spiritual power, depending on how often you train, then you can level yourself up. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then certain people can really tap in with who their spiritual guardian is. And
so it's
you
like
just got
training
stronger
your hockey. In a sense.
In a sense, right.
Okay.
Right, because you really got to be able to tap into it. And then, right, they got this joint called the 12 Guardians. I don't remember all their names, right? But you got Tenma, the god of the in-between.
And that just sound freaky.
Bro, that joint is crazy.
That sounds super freaky.
Bro, his joint with, and I ain't gonna cap, like, you know how, and it's almost, this joint get a little bit of Demon Slayer. Everybody backstory is super sad.
It's always, bro.
Everybody.
I don't feel like we got a good anime if the stories of the characters,
super
yeah,
sad,
bro.
It's
they
crazy.
gotta be super sad.
Nah, son. So the main character, right? His name is Rokoro. He's supposed to be married to the shorty named Benio Ashido. So they she's the best on the island. He's the best on the mainland. So they supposed to get married, had the strongest child ever. But what the bull that was ahead of the chief exorcist didn't tell them was that he knew more about it than just that. So it's not just the best in the east, best in the west. What it really is, they work on yin and yang energy, right? So Kagare are made of yin energy and the exorcists use yang energy. So with them having a yang, it's the good, yin being the bad. So you technically need yin and yang so that you can have the strongest power to defeat the Kagare king, right? So what you really needed was, she was supposed to become the great yin and he has to become the great yang. So basically she has to become the queen of the Kagare and he has to become the strongest exorcist alive.
That's crazy.
And then they get married, have a child.
And then that child is going to be like...
And then that child is him. But after they have the baby, he murders her instantly.
The baby?
No, the king
kills the queen.
Right.
Why?
Because she's the queen of the Kagare, and that's what you hear they kill in the first place.
Oh, and he's the exorcist.
He's the strongest exorcist alive.
So why would... Oh, they were trying to merge the two? Like,
no,
create a hybrid?
No, they're going to merge the two. That's literally what the purpose of the Great Yang is. Okay. The purpose of the Great Yin is to have this baby. Okay. That was their goals. But you find that out, the Great Yin and the Great Yang are actually reincarnations of basically the first exorcist. I forgot his name. The first exorcist, and then there's not a first and then there's a first yin exorcist. What he did was they used to practice on people with yin energy, so they can try to figure out different ways to use it and utilize it. And in an accident, they started to make Kagare themselves. And the ones that couldn't exercise, they
always end up making what they fear most.
And the ones they couldn't exercise, they sent to the Magano. And then in the Magano is where they like reside because it's all yin energy. So once she becomes and fully awakens as the great yin, she can't live in the human world because it's covered in yang energy, which will hurt her. So she got to leave. So they would be married, and then as soon as they get married and he awakens, they got to split. And then he would have to hit, and then they would have to split. And then once the baby come out, he got murder.
That's crazy.
Right. And then you find out that they reincarnations are the first ones, and the great Yang actually is a clone. He's not a real person. And then the great Yin, she's also no, that's not the. So the great Yin, basically, like I said, she's supposed to awaken as a demon princess, right? So if she just go crazy and die, or the power consumer, she go crazy and die, she'll turn into a Kagare, trip out, then die.
So her whole purpose is just for that wasn't on alone.
Right. So then you find out, like I said, one of the 12 Guardians, my favorite bull. Well, I think he's my favorite because his story is the craziest. Well, listen here. His name is Tenya Unomiya. Tenya, the god of the in-between, actually is a woman. And guess where, here's where the power gets freaky for the god of the in-between. The god of the in-between is actually a vessel. Meaning that its power comes from somewhere else. And the power that the power that fills up the vessel of the god of the in-between is all of the great yins that never succeeded. So basically
because it's super amped by all the failures?
Because again, they were still the strong they were supposed to be.
No, I get that, but that's what I'm saying though. Like he's amped by all of them.
Right, but you also got here's another thing that happens before that, right? So the thing that makes that so crazy is all of these women are basically like in the worst pain you could ever imagine mentally. So what happened to her to even get to the great end was she lost her spiritual power when her and Rokuro were fighting. They fought to get back this shorty. They fought to get back this little girl, and she was the reincarnation of the mother of the first exorcist. So she is destined to die super young because that power is just that strong for her. She get tatted up almost every day just to like try to keep the power concealed within her.
Wow.
Yeah, this little girl beast. So Rokuro gotta go into this crazy state to finally beat it. Yada yada yada. But long story short, they do the little spiritual battle and awaken to fight her. And when they do it, same thing happened like when they did the test against Rokuro. Of course, his spirit turned out to be good, so they didn't fight him. But when she do this test, all 36, all 40 something guardians of the first shorty come out. Depending on how strong the spirit is, they come out ready to exercise that person if they're bad. So when Rokuro did his test, all 40 came out, and nobody ever seen that before. So he was like, "What the hell is him?" And then when they did it, the great Yang that he turned into at the time was like, "Hey, mom," and he was like, "Oh snap, we finally about to get there," because this is the first time ever in 1,000 years of the Kagare fighting the humans that the great Yang has ever appeared.
That's tough.
So they join, but then when the shorty Benio do hers, she turned she's the great Yin, so technically she is evil.
Right.
So they mix and she take her spirit and her spiritual energy get taken, so she can't fight no more as an exorcist. So Rokuro goes to the main island where all the Kagare, the regular Kagare, are always 10 times stronger than the ones on the mainland. Like if you grew up on the mainland, you ain't gonna make it on the island unless you train for that. But if you go to the island, to the mainland, you're going to mop everything on the mainland. Right? It's like that. So he go to the island while he waiting for her, telling her to get stronger. She meets up with a Kagare. They go through the whole, they go through the Magano for like a month and a half. She basically traveled on foot across the ocean, in a sense. And then she, once she finally get there, she meet the very, very, very first Kagare ever. And then they break down to her how like, so now she's in love with Rokoro. They done fought so many almost to the death battles. He done tried to be such a better man for her and all these other things. Mind you, the little nigga 14, 16. So, and they done spent 2 years together this whole time, and they met in a fighting for your life type of battle. You know what I'm saying? And then she has a twin brother. Her twin brother was his best friend. And then her twin brother turned out to be evil. He murked all their friends inside of their dorm when he was 8 years old. So yeah, he been through a lot. And the whole time she thought it was him. Then when she found out, it was because he was trying to protect her and not know her brother was evil at the same time. So she got a lot of love for him. And then when you find out that you either become the great yin and the whole world gonna hate you anyway, or you basically, they start to find out they just emotionally suffering. So you gotta think about it. Thousands of years of emotional suffering and hatred and all that is inside of the God of the in-between.
That's tough.
So when the young boy walk around, all you see, like him mentally, all he see is corpses holding on to his body, screaming in anguish and experiencing anger.
That's tough.
And that's what the young boy Tenya gotta do. For him to become the God of the to become the vessel, or the owner of the God of the in-between, he had to kill all of his siblings. So what they do? So how the family goes is, right? They family, the Unomiya family, what they do so they can become the they have their guy is they have as many kids as they possibly can.
They make them all fight.
Right. And then they all get a tattoo.
Is it this village type too?
Right. And then they all get a tattoo. And if that once they get the tattoo, it means they ready for the game. And then once they all go in there, you kill everybody, or if you try to leave, you'll die. So, Tenyo was the youngest.
Hey you, I see you been here for a while, but I ain't see you hit that like button yet, or that subscribe, or ring the bell. I'm gonna need you to go hit that subscribe. I'm gonna need you to hit that like button, and I need you to ring that bell for me. I want y'all to stay up to date on any uploads. I do appreciate you. Thank you. But we're gonna move on because we've been on this for a while and they telling us get up out of here, all that stuff, right? But moving on. Boruto's trending again. Boruto is finally trending again. And would you like to
wrap up? I mean, like,
no, shut up. And would you like to know why?
No, bro, go ahead.
Boruto is trending because after about umpteen years, right? They finally got back to the manga, right? So in the manga the last episode of the manga, Boruto bites the dust. Kaoki kills Boruto in front of Naruto.
Unfortunately, it wasn't for good.
Unfortunately, it wasn't for good, right? But since this whole situation been going on, its manga sales have also like been going crazy as well, right?
Well, too.
That's exactly what I've been doing. Boruto anime is dog water. I'm sorry, but y'all will never convince me again. When Boruto first came out, I was so hyped. When I first got onto Boruto, I was stupid hyped. I defended Boruto's name for a very long time. And Boruto made me look stupid. You feel me? Made me look real dumb. So then I started reading the manga, and I'm like, bro, the manga is way, way better because, like, they go on this, the anime goes on tangents where we get 4, 5 crazy manga canon episodes, and then the filler and then the anime canon episodes are so boring that you don't know which is which. It just looked like a big pile of filler. Like, it's like, bro, nobody wants to watch that. So once I hopped into the genre, forgive me if I'm wrong, but the last manga canon thing we saw was Kuruma's death. That was the last manga canon thing we saw in an anime, if I'm not mistaken. And that was on episode 200. They're on 293 now.
Yeah, bro.
Like, of course there's anime canon and there's filler in between that, but I don't know which is which, bro. It's all pretty boring. Like,
yeah,
it gets,
the
animation styles and stuff. Bro, when Naruto cried as a kid, do you remember when Naruto was crying when Iruka Sensei accepted him as a student?
Right.
and he bawled and cried, and we cried with him. And do you remember in Boruto when the young boy, the Kagura from the Mist Village, he ended up dying? And then when Boruto started crying, I laughed at him. I laughed. The way, bro, his face, his everything, his head was huge, right? But his eyes were this. I'm like, bro, what type of animation is this? And then they show us another joint where Boruto and Kaoki, they're fighting each other like in the forest. You know, like brothers do, they're rumbling. Mitsuki, Sarada, and Naruto are running after them, right? Like running to the fight.
Right.
They are showing them in slow motion. Naruto looked like he done smoked a couple packs and just shaved his hair out of desperation, right? Just because he just said F it, right? Sarada is an Uchiha that wears glasses. That blows my mind, right? An Uchiha with an eyesight problem. That's ironic for you. And then we got Baby Freak, Lil Mitsuki. He blows mine. I mean, I like him. I like the young boy. That's actually, out of all three of them, I think I like him the most. If we're being completely honest, I think I like him the most. But all the way the animation was awful. Like they're running to them fighting in slow motion, but like they're running. The screen is just like stationary, and they're moving towards the camera. It's hideous, and I'm like, bro, there's no way I've been defending this for so long. Stop watching Boruto, and just been reading it ever since. And then I saw that the little code ended up appearing again. So I'm like, all right, if we're going back to the car, I'll join them again. So after the whole situation with Kudama and all of that, and then a bunch of nonsense with Kawaki becoming a student at the academy, becoming a shinobi and all that, it was incredibly boring. It was. I didn't watch it. Like, once he went on that mission to protect the little girl that was in Himawari's class or whatever, I was like, bro, I'm done. Like, I'm cool off of this completely. Like, I'm just going to watch manga canon episodes and then read the manga, because that's where Boruto shines. Boruto is only good in the manga. And at first, I was really hyped because the animation went crazy as well. With the Boruto and started to actually tap into Momoshiki's powers, right? You remember when he was doing that? Mm-hmm. The animation, they drew that really nice. So you know when Momoshiki appears, you have the horn, and then you have Boruto got that blue aura, right? So when he started to shift, the horn came out, right? And the blue, the blue aura started to appear, but then, and his karma started glowing blue, but then it went away. The aura went away. If I'm not mistaken, the horn was still there, but his karma turned black again. And the Byakugan was still active.
Right, yeah.
And it was just him talking. And Kawaki was looking at him like, bro, how you do that? Where you get that from? Can you teach me? Like, you get what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, it was lit. He was like, yo, step aside. And he started trashing Code. Like, actually trashing him, because he was actually tapping into, he was telling him like, yo, you gain all of their battle intellect along with that karma.
I'm about to say that, yeah, bro. And that speed and strength boost is crazy.
And the craziest part is, I don't know if we realized, but the boy Code, his karma is actually hacked, because it's purely a weapon. Mm-hmm. His karma, what's it called? We know it's a failed karma because he's not a vessel.
He could pass it on though.
But he can only pass on that weapon, that power, and that's all he is. And once he gets his removed, that's it. Yeah. And once he gets his limiters removed, he's going to be virtually unstoppable until pulled up. Everything was going great, and then Boruto's body started to shut down.
Right.
And that's when everything went in the anime. You see everything stopped. Like everyone around him, Code, Kawaki, everything just stopped. And then Momoshiki just chilling on top of a tree branch. Like, just looking at him, and he like, you bastard. Like, what are you doing here? Da, 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 da. And that's when he was like, yo, hey, young boy, switch with me. And then that's exactly what they do. They switch. And then, I don't think they did it on purpose. He just took over his body, and he start trashing Code, like, even more. And then he do he found it was Rasen Dan. right? Every time we see Momoshiki use Rasengan, it's always a massive John because they're always super huge. But this one, he turns it into a bullet and he shoots it at Code. That John go right through his body. I'm like, yo, this man is different. Like he's that. And then
nah, bro, Momoshiki be a problem.
like he really was a problem, bro. And then giving him Boruto's body, bro, he's unstoppable, yo. Like without
bro, he really awakened a Jogan.
like bro, like you know what I'm saying? Without Ishiki's power, bro, Momoshiki would have destroyed all of this because Code was gonna die.
Yeah.
Code wasn't beating Momoshiki. Like he worshipped all of the Otsutsuki's, bro. He wasn't gonna beat that man, bro.
No, he
like,
definitely had the skills to pay the bills.
Exactly. And he didn't even have his limiters removed at the time. So there was no way it was just gonna get done, you feel me?
Right though.
So he's like, alright bro, you going into the John, he even say massive Rasengan against Naruto. You know Naruto is useless at this point. Because karma is just way too much. Like they made the entire older generation obsolete. Like there's no need for any of them. They did that back in Shippuden, if we being real. Once Six Path Madara and Kaguya appeared, there was nothing anybody else could do. Anyone.
No, it was just Naruto.
Naruto and Sasuke, Kakashi, and Trash Can. But like, bro, come on, bro. Like, they were completely obsolete. So he shoots the Rasengan, and then Kawaki is on the ground, like, dying. Like, he keeps saying, Nanda Daimon, Lord Seventh. And he keep trying to crawl towards him. And then he finally jumped and, put his hand out. And you find out that Amado put his karma back and re-implanted his karma without his consent. Like, he just made him want it. His last step was to make him want karma in order for him to activate it again. That's exactly how it went. So
I do remember that. And
he made him want karma. He was like, bro, you'll never have to worry about Ishiki again. That power is all yours if you want it. You want to protect your pop, right? You want to protect his village? You want to make sure he's cool? Take this. I got something for you. Like, this is basically like, hey, I got this karma for sale, son. It's going fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he put him on, bro, and it was like, and it was kind of game over for Momoshiki too, because Kawaki knew Daikoton, Sukuna, Hikuna, he knew all of them instantly. So it was.
I'm about to say that battle strip he had.
Bro, it was raps. Once.
I would say he a better taijutsu fighter than Boruto.
Then Boruto maybe, but not Momoshiki.
Nah, I would just say Boruto. Just because that's
all. I don't know.
I would say that's only because that's only trained with That's why he had to
well,
learn
he trained the what's it called stuff, the stuff that comes out of his arms.
Right, but I'm saying that's how he learned how to fight though. Because he had to punch swing on that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, fair enough. But my man knows gentle fist, bro.
That's basically a kunai.
My man knows gentle fist, bro.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does. He doesn't know the what's it called none of the palms or nothing like that, but he literally he studies gentle fist. That's the taijutsu that they do. It's called gentle fist. The Hyuga taijutsu is called gentle fist, bro.
Right, but I ain't never see him. You talking about that shit? Not
they train.
You talking about the John Neji and Hinata was doing when they was young boys swinging at each other? That was gentle fist.
Huh?
That was gentle fist. When them two was swinging at each other all crazy when they was young boys, that was gentle fist. Cause Neji ain't even hit her with a trigrams joint. He was just punching her with the chakra hands. I ain't never see Boruto do that.
What are you talking about, bro?
When in the OG Naruto, when they was chilling, Neji and Hinata, remember when they fought? And you just see the blue.
You're talking about the tuning exam.
Right, and you see that blue just flying across the screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the 8 trigrams, 64 palms, and that's not the palm thing either. Right. That's gentle fist. I've never seen Boruto
just attacking chakra points. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm talking about doing the joint where he's punching and swinging, and it look like you see that blue chakra flying out of his hands to go attack a chakra point. And no, you've never seen that.
Well, I feel like that was only in what's it called though. That they only did that in the OG Naruto because we don't see that ever. We see those same hand motions, but we never see those blue flashes ever again in Shippuden either.
Well, no, that's because they don't know. Well, I'm about to say who, because it's what you call it. The next time we see Neji fight in Shippuden, he pull out the air joint and he do rotations.
Okay, so what would you call the Hyuga taijutsu then? That the taijutsu that they practice, because we know that Boruto and Himawari they learned their fighting and sparring with their grandpa Hiyashi and their aunt Hanabi.
No,
they practice with them.
No, I got you. But what I'm saying is, dude, I'm just asking, like, maybe they got a different rendition of.
I'm not saying maybe.
Because I'm just saying that's just not what them do. Because for sure they.
Okay, so maybe I don't know about Gentle Fist. I apologize for that. Forgive me for that. Hey, speaking of you, I see you over there. You ain't subscribed yet, did you? You gonna keep doing me like that? Really?
I'm breaking my heart, son.
Thought we was homies. So please, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and ring that bell for me. Stay up to date on all uploads, alright? So we got a couple battles too. We got a couple battles we want to discuss. 2 of these joints came from the homie Jalil. Appreciate you, my boy. We're gonna talk about these joints for you, alright? So before we get into those, right? We coming back to this. Maki versus Marileona. No powers, all hands.
This school, you don't go and box from mid-end, son.
You're ridiculous.
Son.
You are ridiculous, bro.
Son.
Bro.
There's no feat Maki got that surpassed Marileona with them hands. On top of that, Maki has never even fought without a weapon.
Bro. I'm so glad you said that. I am so glad you said that. You done fell into my trap. Thank you for saying that.
Let me know.
You done fell into my trap. You silly fool.
Come on, son.
Maki is versed in Aikido in Japanese martial arts and a master in multiple Chinese martial arts. Just to throw out what Aikido is. Right? Aikido is the martial arts and self-defense system of basically jiu-jitsu and judo. They use basically using your opponent's energy against them. Right? Which is exactly what she does to her brother when he the bull from her clan when he become a cursed what's it called? Right?
Right.
So all that you thinking she can't fight hand to hand, that's bogus. She's a master at it, right? And the only reason why you never see her use those is because what does she fight? Curses. Why would she fight hand to hand with cursed spirits and stuff
because you
like
said
that?
Without the powers of anything. What you mean? Her sword cuts souls and stuff. That's a power from her generation. That's why I thought we talking about her. We taking that out. Is we not?
No, she's not using her. We definitely not gonna give her sword because if she uses the split soul katana, Marileona dies almost instantly.
I mean, that's if she was even able to touch her, but
bro, all of her endurance doesn't matter because the split soul katana breaks through all of that.
If she can land a hit though.
All right, so did you also forget what happened to Maki's senses once her heavenly restriction was maxed out? Do you even know what heavenly restriction is?
No, 100%. I know what that. Oh, damn! I hurt my elbow. I know 100% what happened. When she finally awakened what she was doing, she was able to see things in the air. She was able to tell where the air matter was moving here so that she knew something was coming over there. Like, no, Maki got demonized. Like, Maki's retarded now, 100%.
It wasn't just that, but all of her senses. When Maki was born, her body was already naturally gifted. That was the exchange between her and Mai. Mai was given the cursed energy. She was given the physical abilities. That's how the heavenly restriction works. And then once Mai died, the tiniest slither of cursed energy that was in Maki, that was what was holding her back. So when Mai died, that died too. Right?
Right.
So her body was fully realized. Her physical capabilities were maxed out to whatever that is. Mm-hmm. And then after the whole joint with the bull, it does, and you got Marileona faster than what's it called? The bull she ended up beating. I cannot remember his name. The bull who uses speed.
I know what you're talking about.
The Zenin. You got Marileona faster than him.
Yeah, and then on top of bro, not even that, right? He wasn't even that much fast. What he did was slow stuff down around him. That's what his curse technique was. It was moving that pixels. It was slowing things down to a certain amount of pixels. And if you move faster than those pixels, you got frozen in time, allowing him to keep going around you. And that's what Maki figured out.
Is that not still speed?
No, bro, if I freeze you so that I can run past you, I'm that much faster than you, my nigga, you can't move. Bro, you can't move. I don't make me faster than you if you can't move. You literally was frozen in time. It's not like you had the ability to move and your legs didn't go no more. No, you didn't. You lost that ability to move.
All right, we're just going to agree to disagree. But that's neither here nor there. Maki can sense whatever Mary Leona can try, bro, and she's going to deck that. She's going to take hits because Maki can take punishment, but Mary Leona's going to die.
Bro, without that sword, what type of punishment she can give that Mary Leona can't take?
Bro, it would just be a battle of endurance until one of them taps out, and we don't know either one of them to do that. But I definitely have Mary Leona going down before Maki does. Yes.
I can't see it, son.
I 100% do. We're going to have to disagree. We're just going to have to stand on that, agree to disagree. But yeah, I have Maki decking her. And we're not talking to this man no more. Listen, we going y'all comment what y'all think Maki versus Mary Leona. No mana, no cursed energy, no magic, all hand-to-hand combat. All right, we're going to talk about that. Anyway, moving on. Anywho, this one's from the homie Jalil. You know what I'm saying? Asta versus Yuji Itadori.
Why would you do my man Asta like that?
Do Asta like that? If we put in, what's it called? Same with Maki and Mary Leona. If we're putting the magic and cursed energy on the same level,
no, we just taking that away.
Then there's no magic. So no swords for Asta.
No.
Yeah, I don't know about Asta.
I'm about to say Yuji just built that way.
Yeah, because Asta did train his body.
No, 100%. That means he ain't gonna give up. He ain't gonna give up until he get blacked out. That's all.
So yeah, do we know how hard? Yeah, we don't know how. We don't.
I'm about to say something.
Slow down. We don't know his battle capabilities outside of that sword.
And then not even that. What you call it? You gotta remember. Itadori himself can take black flashes with no type of defense. Like he got the endurance on himself.
Yeah,
his body is different. I'm about to say he's like that.
But what about the Itadori that's not Sukuna's vessel anymore?
Well, yeah, because
the before. I'm sorry, not his vessel.
Remember, Sukuna's vessel. Him being Sukuna's vessel didn't do anything to him on its own. He just had Sukuna inside of him, and remember, he was able to just.
Oh, it was because of his body that he was able to be Sukuna's vessel in the first damn.
Right. It was his.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, hey Jalil, I don't know about you, bro, but I think Asta kind of dead, bro. If we're taking away all of his magic and all of his swords, we take away his anti-magic and his swords, I think Asta's kind of dead, bro.
I'm about to say, yeah, because
this is just Itadori. Whoa, what's it called? They said Itadori's punches were doubled by his cursed energy, though.
Right.
Remember, before he even knew how to do Divergent Fist, he did it inadvertently.
No, I got you. But even that's what I said. We take that away, right? He's just still strong as hell on his own. Remember what he was doing in school? Bro, when Megumi first met Itadori, when he ran past him, he was like, damn, he reminded him of Maki.
Yeah, he said that was him using, but you talking about just his physical capabilities.
And that was just him running past him because he was late.
And then he did the challenge with the coach and all of that. Yeah.
That was after it was after the challenge with the coach.
Yeah,
bro.
Never mind.
No, his physical abilities is just as we talking. He's gifted. But with all that magic and with all them swords, Asta got him then.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Because he's cutting through all that.
I'm about to say his sword, he got too many slashes. None of the power he's gonna do, especially when he go Devil Union.
Oh, but what if Asta don't got his swords, but he still got his power from his devil?
He got this what you call it? He got I think it's called like Zensu now. Mm-hmm. You ain't read, but I'm about to say you don't know too much, but not you don't know, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, on the in the manga now, he went to Yami's hometown, Yami's home country, and they taught him how to use the arm that he got.
That black arm he got now?
Yeah, he can use the black arm without having a sword.
Okay.
So yeah, he good.
All right.
That boy's good.
So what about then? That version of Asta versus Itadori still don't matter?
Nah, I would probably say Itadori got that one.
Itadori still got it?
Yeah, because it's the what you call it, he's again, because then it would come down to them fighting physically hand to hand. And Itadori, I would say he's a better hand to hand fighter than him for sure.
What, bro? He beat
like Asa just getting better as a swordsman. You feel me? So like hand to hand, that's definitely gonna beat the dog shit out of him.
And we see Itadori fit in well with everyone. Like we seen him fight with Todo and fight with Todo against Hanami. We see him fight with Nanami against Mahito. We see we're gonna end up seeing him fight with other people against other people just all on a whim type time. Like,
I'm about to say,
they
yeah,
don't
bro.
practice with each other.
Bro, his first real fight against Toto. Remember how Toto was just bullying Megami?
He was bullying. But Megami also wasn't trying. He said it. Megami said it. Because then when Megami was about to turn up, that's when Toto's eyes went red, and that's when they broke everything up.
Physically, I would say he had.
Oh, yeah, physically, obviously, he was thrashing him.
That's what I meant, physically. We ain't talking about curse technique.
Okay,
His curse technique was, once he would have had something for him eventually once he pulled out Boogie Woogie, but that's only if he don't domain expansion. Because if he do domain expansion, it don't matter how many times you clap your hands.
At that time, at that time, Megami didn't really.
Right, I'm about to say, bro, he would just make frogs, and then you can clap your hands as much as you want to. You're done.
You're just gonna switch places with these frogs, and then he's just gonna drop an elephant on you.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he was always
I'm
that.
about to know. Megami would have had it.
All right, so it seems like it's bye Asta for that one. If y'all disagree, let us know in the comments. You already know how we go, man. And this is the last battle I got for now. You know what I'm saying? Denji from Chainsaw Man versus Asta.
Damn, I like
Denji don't take Denji don't take no magic, no none of that.
Nah,
he take blood.
I like Denji. He one of the new Jones. I'm banging with him.
Denji take blood.
Yeah, but he gonna be bleeding a lot.
But he's dead.
He might be bleeding a lot. That boy Asta way too fast,
bro.
That boy Asta is way too fast.
And then he forget using the big demon
divider.
Yeah, we don't even need all that, bro. My man, he's gonna use Yami's katana. Yami's katana, bro, cut him right down.
And here's the thing, actually, now. If you've been peeping, each time he get a new sword, he don't just it's not that he solely rely on it, but he starts using that a lot more now, just because it got better hacks. That big sword, Black Divider, is only against if he got something super crazy, super huge he need to cut, or he want to bounce an attack back at you. And then you got Demon Dweller. That's the one where he can start to he can destroy curses and stuff like that with. And then you got Demon Destroyer. That's the one where he get the power from his friends and get the slashing and throwing. So he started using them two more because that's a lot easier.
He can throw slashes?
Yeah.
Oh.
With Black, With,
he's Zoro now.
Yeah,
okay.
with Demon, with the Demon Destroyer.
All right.
Remember, once he gets strong and he pull up in the Spade Kingdom and he start throwing the slashes there. Yeah, so that's when he got that.
Okay.
And then the newest sword, like you said, he got Yami Katana, and with Yami Katana, it only cut what it tell it to. So
the opposite of Enma.
I'm about to say, long story short, Yami, Vengeance, and Natch were all wrapped up in like a trade type setting, and for Asta to cut them out, he just did one big slash, and it cut all three of them out without hurting them.
Oh wow, that's so dope.
It only cut what it tell it to. So at that point, he can literally he would never have to worry about damage.
Okay.
Besides blocking your slashes, he wouldn't have to worry about him hurting anybody, because it's only gonna cut what he wants to.
Yeah, I don't see Denji lasting. I mean, Denji, he could probably try to pull out a chainsaw from somewhere like he hasn't shown one before, like he did against Katana Man. But I don't see how that would work.
No, it sounds cool, right?
Yeah, ideally.
But at the end of the day, he's just too fast. Nothing on we've seen in Chainsaw
So
Man
was the
movies.
Katana Man. Katana Man was pretty quick, but he just didn't see the chainsaw.
Exactly. In all fairness, you think Asta don't got the reaction time for that? Like, it's Asta.
It is Asta. Asta is that. Especially now. Yeah, especially now.
And then again, like you said, he ain't even got to get that close. He can just keep throwing slashes and flying around him.
Right. He can. Yo, I think his speed with one wing is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, his speed with one wing is pretty crazy. All right.
He be retarded.
All right. Looks like that's bye Asta. All right, so before we get up out of here, right? There was two things that I wanted to, two questions I wanted to talk about that we didn't get to last time, right? All right, so this one is so big shout out to the Gotta Hate 'Em podcast. If you're not on the Gotta Hate 'Em podcast, I need y'all to. The link's gonna be in the description. Go check them out. I watch them a lot.
Definitely tap in.
Great group of people, man. They super funny. Their podcast is lit, man. Go check them out. But I was watching one of their Jones when I was at work because I listen to them. I have I work overnight, so I have super downtime. I listen to their podcast while I'm at work. Funny group of people, right?
Right.
Like they super lit, and their conversations be really dope. One of their conversations, their Joan was about Naruto. So Itachi and Shisui. If Itachi and Shisui were on board with the coup d'état, could the Uchiha take over the Leaf Village?
Most definitely. That was by everybody in Konoha. Ain't no way they had anything for them. You got Fugaku. Itachi, Shisui. That alone, you had nothing to mess with. Itachi and Shisui could body. Yo, bro, on my mama, they body and Danzo and they baby sleep. Like, they not even blinking. No Mangekyo. Dunzo. He's a rat. Ain't nothing, bro. What does Danzo got?
No, I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh,
okay,
I saw his lip move. My fault, son. Listen, it ain't
What's
nothing.
he talking to?
Bro, it ain't nothing he got that they was gonna be able to do something with. And then on top of that, you still got remember Fugaku could control the non-tails, and then there's no Minato at this time.
I'm about to say, all right. So that was the stance I was just about to take. That stance right there.
Hold on,
No, I'm not even going to interrupt you. Big boy, go ahead.
And on top of that, yeah, they do got the seal for him one more time that Minato put on him, but like once Fugaku just rip it open and scraps, Minato can't help him at that point. That little baby bit of chakra he left in there to help Naruto out ain't gonna work.
And no, yeah, nobody's even thinking about that at the time.
Nah, bro. And then on top of that, if he do it like
and that little bit of chakra was just to help Naruto, was to stop Naruto from opening it and then reinforce the seal.
And then the best thing to do would be the same way they did it, the same way Obito did it. Just let them rampage in the village. So when they seclude the Uchiha and tell them to go into the jungle, cool, y'all go ahead, y'all go out there. And then they come wreck every official in the background.
Bro, so what's it called? When they were having this topic, bro, that all I was thinking about was, I'm like, they were speaking on the type of, clans that are in the village. And I'm like, when we break them down, right, we got the Nara clan, we got Shikaku. Can you think of any other Naras before Shikamaru?
Well, no, there was other ones out there, but it was not working like they was working now.
Yeah, so Shikaku is the most notable, Nara that we know of. We don't know about his family or none of that. So then we got the Aburame. They got a couple of people, but the bugs, the Uchiha, they can see that. Their Sharingan can detect chakra. They can see that, right?
For sure.
Then you got the Akamichi clan. They wasn't really nothing. That partial expansion stuff is cool. Yeah, you big, but you slow. Their Uchihas, their Genjutsu. Your body's bigger, bro. All I gotta do is put you in Genjutsu. And those three alone were the most wickedest. Literally the most wicked at it. Wicked Eye Fugaku Uchiha. Then we have Shisui the Teleporter, who literally has the strongest Genjutsu. And his name is Itachi of the Sharingan.
Mm-hmm.
In a clan known for their eye, his nickname was Itachi Uchiha of the Sharingan Eye. Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous. And this is before Mangekyo. So it's like
that.
So it's like, yeah, bro. And if I would say the Uchiha's biggest downfall is numbers. It's one clan versus the entire village, right? But if the Uchiha can if they do exactly what Obito did, right? Get Kurama to rampage on the village, right? And send as many as they can. They sent as many as they could to the front lines for Kurama, and they still couldn't do anything. They were completely helpless until Minato dropped Gamabunta out of the sky and landed on them. They weren't doing nothing. So while Kurama got them completely distracted, like you just said, the Uchiha, we know that Itachi took out all of the elite Uchiha, right? The elite Uchiha Jonin. So they sent the baddest Uchiha after him. So they had to be good, right? You know what I'm saying? They had to be that. They sent the baddest Uchiha after him, after all of them. So it's like, bro, they're all crazy. They were scared of them for a reason. And then the civilians, I know they wouldn't want to, but like the civilians, their eyes glow in the dark. Civilians see those eyes glowing in the dark, bro. Nothing but fear is going to strike their hearts, bro. And then you have the nine-tailed fox rampaging on the village.
You're not even worried about them little eyes.
Exactly. The nine-tailed fox is rampaging. And it's like, bro, what more, you know what I'm saying, can you expect us to do if your main forces is focused on the strongest tailed beast? The strongest. Heroes and old ass can't do nothing. He didn't do nothing when Minato was there, and he didn't do nothing since Minato died.
The best he could do was push him back.
Exactly.
That ain't gonna do nothing when he starts shooting them tail beast bombs.
Exactly. So if you do what? You send, basically if you got Kurama rampaging, you gotta send the Anbu and the Foundation. Those are your main forces. You gotta send them after him. Leaving everybody else easy pickings, right? So that was my take on that, and I would love to get into more, but we gotta get up out of here. They talking about we done. All right. But we gotta go, man. So I definitely appreciate y'all here. Big bro, take them out, man.
Yes, sir. So if you got any comments, any thoughts on the show, please let us know. Do all that. Drop it down below. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. We will be back here next week. Love seeing you guys, man. We out.
Daddy, that's classic.